We will see them on stage tonight as they move our set pieces, and some of them will be in the booth working some of our equipment up there, so please give them a huge round of applause for our technicians. Thank you so much, techies.
Welcome into the Woodland High School Performing Arts Center. My name is Agatha Trunchbull, the head mistress of Cruncham Hall, and what you are about to see is a performance of Matilda the musical. The story of one little bookworm trying to do what's right in my school. Unbelievable, am I right? This show is a collaboration between the fine arts programs at Woodland. These maggots have put in a lot of work to make this production come to life, so we ask that you please silence all cell phones at this time. Better yet, place them into airplane mode to ensure your frequencies don't interfere with our mics. Otherwise, you will be locked into choky for the rest of your days. If you need to use the restroom, they're located out in the lobby. Just go out the same way you came in. That same thing goes in case of an emergency. We ask that there is no flash photography or videography of this performance, and don't let me hear a peep out of you while the show is going on. Nobody likes a talker during a play. If you have a maggot who gets fussy, we ask you take them to the lobby. We will have a 15-minute intermission midway through the show. Take this time to have a breather from some of these annoying kids singing and dancing. Atrocious. At the conclusion of the show, we ask that you make your way to the lobby to wait for your maggots. There will be plenty of time for photos before we will need to wrap this place up and shut it down. I have more chokies to build. Oh, it seems like the school bell is about to ring. Time to show these maggots who's really in charge. Please enjoy the show, or don't, you little bookworms.
Says I'm a miracle. My daddy says I'm a special little guy. I am a princess.
I am a prince.
Mom says I'm an angel sent down from the sky.
My daddy says I'm a special little soldier. No one is as handsome, strong as me. It's true he indulges my tendency to bulge, but I'm his little soldier, helped to for free.
My mommy says I'm a miracle. One look at my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day Doc chopped the umbilical cord, it's been clear there's no cure for a miracle like me.
My daddy says I'm a special little soldier. No one is as bold or strong as me. Has my daddy told ya? One day when I'm older, I will be a soldier.
Fight you in the face!
Can hardly move for beauty and brilliance these days. It seems like there are millions of these one in a million these days. Specialness is the regular, above average is average, go figure. Isn't some modern miracle a calculus? That such frequent miracles are render each one a miraculous.
It's plain to see. Ever since the day Doc chopped the umbilical cord, it's been clear there's no cure for a miracle like me. I'm a precious Marilyn. She has never seen pretty Marilyn. She says if I'm keen, I have to cut down on the cream. But I'm a Marilyn, so give me more cake.
Take another picture of our angel from this angle over here.
She is clearly more emotionally developed than her peers. What's a deer?
You, honey, look at mommy.
Don't put honey on your brother.
Smile for mommy, smile for mother.
I think she blinked.
We'll take another. Have you seen a school report? He got a C on his report.
What?
I'll have to change the school. The teacher's clearly falling short.
He's just delightful. And inside,
Might she be a little frightened in her class? My mommy says I'm a miracle. One look at my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day Doc chopped the umbilical cord, it's been clear there's no cure for a miracle like me. My mommy says I'm a miracle, that I'm as tiny
Ballroom Dancing Championship in Paris.
You're getting on a plane, Mrs. Wormwood?
Of course I am. I always compete, Doctor. And this time, I have a secret weapon. Rudolpho. He's part Italian, you know. Very supple. And he has incredible upper body strength.
I think we need to have a talk.
So, what is it? What's wrong with me?
Mrs. Wormwood, do you really have no idea?
Wind?
Mrs. Wormwood, I want you to think very carefully. What do you think might be the cause of this?
Am I fat?
Mrs. Wormwood, you're pregnant.
What?
You're going to have a baby.
But I've got a baby. I don't want another one. Isn't there something you can do?
You're 9 months pregnant.
Oh my good Lord. What about my international? What about the dancing championship?
A baby, Mrs. Wormwood, a child, the most precious thing life can bestow upon us, has been handed to you. A brand new human being, a life, a person, a wonderful new person is about to come into your life, bring love and magic and happiness and wonder.
Oh, bloody hell.
Every life I bring into this world restores my faith in humankind.
Push, Miss Wormwood, push. I'll push you in a minute.
Each newborn life a canvas yet unpainted. This still unbroken skin. This uncorrupted mind. Every life is unbelievably unlikely. The chances that exist almost infinitely small. The most common thing in life is life. And yet every single life, every new life is a miracle.
Where is he? Where's my son?
Mr. Wormwood, are you smoking a cigarette?
What? Oh, of course. I'm sorry, Doctor. What was I thinking? This calls for a proper smoke. Oh, my word. He's an ugly little thing.
This is one of the most beautiful children I have ever seen.
Oh, my good Lord. Where's his thingy?
His what?
His thingy. His whatchamacallit. His doodah. What have you done with his thingy?
This child does not have a thingy because...
What? A boy with no thingy? Look what you've done, you stupid woman. This boy's got no thingy.
Mr. Wormwood, this child is a girl. A beautiful, beautiful little girl.
Is there still time for the pie and to championship?
Competition's finished. You missed it. I don't suppose we could exchange it for a boy, could we?
This is the worst day of my life. Oh, my undercarriage doesn't feel quite normal. And my skin looks just revolting. This foul fluorescent light. And this gown is nothing like the semi-formal, semi-Spanish gown I should be wearing in the semi-finals tonight. I should be dancing the tarantella, Chimorfella, Italiano, not dressing, hospital, cotton, with an slouching front bottom, and this
Miracle.
horrible,
Miracle.
smelly little miracle I have ever seen.
I can't find his Franken beans.
Every life is unbelievably unlikely. The chances of existence almost infinitely small. The most common thing in life is life. And yet every single life, every new life is a miracle.
155 brand new luxury cars, sir. Are they good runners? Oh, well, let's put it this way. You wouldn't beat them in a race. No, sir. Yes, sir. They are good runners, sir. So, how much exactly?
Harry!
Hang on.
Look at this. She's reading a book. That's not normal for a 5-year-old. I think she might be an idiot.
Listen to this. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom.
Stop scaring your mother with that book, boy.
I'm a girl.
She keeps trying to tell me stories, Harry. Stories. I mean, who wants stories? It's not normal for a girl to be all thinking.
I'm going to call you straight back. Would you please shut up? I'm trying to pull off the biggest business deal of my life, and I have to listen to this. This is your fault. You spin us into trouble, and you expect me to get us out. What am I, a flaming escapologist?
Escapologist, he says. What about me, then? I've got a whole house to look after. Dinners don't microwave themselves, you know. If you're an escapologist, then I must be an acrobat to balance that lot. The world's greatest acrobat. I'm off to bleach my roots, and I shan't be talking to you for the rest of the evening, you poor little man.
But I'm going to make us rich.
Rich? How rich?
Very rich. Russian businessmen. Very, very stupid. Your genius husband is going to sell them 155 knackered old bangers as brand new luxury cars.
But that's not fair. The cars will break down. What about the Russians?
Fair? Listen to the boy.
I'm a girl.
Fair does not get you anywhere in life, you stupid little twin brain. All I can say is thank heavens Michael has inherited his old man's brains. Eh, son?
Michael. But I shall take the money when you earn it, and I shall spend it. But I shall enjoy it because of the despicable way in which you have spoken to me tonight.
This is your fault, with your stupid books and your stupid reading.
But I didn't do anything. That's not right.
Right. I'll tell you something. You're off to school in a few days' time, and you won't be getting right there. Oh no, I know your head mistress, Agatha Trunchbull, and I've told her all about you and your smarty pants ideas. Great big scary woman she is. Used to compete in the Olympics, throwing the hammer. Imagine what she's going to do to a horrible, squeaky little goblin like you, boy.
I'm a girl.
Now get off to bed, you little stinkworm.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. So they say the subsequent fall wasn't evitable. They never stood a chance, they were rich in that way. flap of a wing. The tiniest mind packs the mightiest thing every day. Starts with a tick of a clock, all escapes. Starts with the click of a lock. If you're stuck in your story and want to get out, you don't have to cry, you don't have to shout. 'Cause if you're little, you can do all on you. Not to let a little thing like little stop you. If you sit around and let them get on top of you, won't change a thing. Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, you might as well be saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right. And if it's not right, you have to put it right. But nobody else is gonna put it right for me. Nobody but me is gonna change my story. Sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty.
In business, son, a man's hair is his greatest asset. Good hair means a good brain. Now, the secret to my success in business is... Yes. The secret to my success is this. Oil of Violet's hair, tonic for men. Stand back, son. Your old man's going to go to work. Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. Oh, yeah. That's the bananas right there. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you something, son. A man simply cannot fail to get noticed in business when he looks like this.
Your hair! It's green!
Good Lord, woman, have you started already? It's not even 8:30. My hair's green!
What on earth did you do that for? Why do you want green hair?
I don't want green hair, I didn't do anything!
Maybe you used some of Mommy's peroxide by mistake?
That's exactly what you've done, you stupid man.
My hair, my lovely hair! Oh my good Lord, I got that deal today. The Russians, what am I going to do?
I know what you could do.
What is it? What can I do?
You could pretend you're an elf.
Yes, that's it. I can pretend I'm a... What are you talking about, fool? The boy's a loony.
Mom, would you like to hear a story?
Don't be disgusting. Go on, creep back to that library of yours or something. The sooner you're locked up in school, the better.
Oh, Matilda, what a pleasure to see you. Back in the library again, are we?
Yes. Oh, well, I mean, my mom wanted me to stay at home with her. She hates it when I go out. She misses me so much. Dad, too. He loves having me around. But I think it's good for grown-ups to have their own space.
Matilda, you're so clever. Your parents must be so proud to have a girl like you. And do you tell them stories like you do with me? Oh, I love your stories. And that's not a hint, by the way. But if you did happen to have a story, you could tell.
Goodbye, Mrs. Phelps. See you next week.
Goodbye, Miss Honey, and good luck with the Tolstoy. As I was saying, Matilda, if you had a story you wanted to
Who
tell
was
me.
that lady?
That lady? That was Miss Honey. She's going to be your teacher.
That lady? That lady is my...
Yes, your teacher. Now look, are you going to tell me a story or not?
Once upon a time. Once upon a time, the two greatest circus performers in the world, an escapologist who could escape from any lock ever invented, and an acrobat who was so skilled it seemed as if she could actually fly, fell in love, and got married. They performed some of the most incredible feats together anyone has ever seen, and people would come from miles around, kings, queens, celebrities, and astronauts, and not just to see their love, their skill, but to see their love for each other, which was so deep it was said that cats would purr as they passed them, and dogs would weep with joy. They moved into a beautiful old house on the edge of town, and in the evenings they would walk and take the air. And each night the children of the town would wait in anticipation, hoping to see a glimpse of the shiny white scarf that the acrobat boys wore. For then, they knew they had only to cry, "Tricks! Tricks!" and the great performers would instantly oblige with the most spectacular show, just for them. But although they loved each other, and although they were famous, and everyone loved them, they were sad. We have everything that the world has to offer, said the wife. But we do not have the one thing we want most. We do not have a child. Patience, my love, the husband replied. Time is on our side. Even time loves us.
Oh, Matilda.
But time is the one thing no one is master of. And as time passed, they grew quite old, and still they had no child. At night, they listened to the silence of their big, empty house, and they would imagine how beautiful it would be if it was filled with the sound of a child playing.
This is very sad.
Do you want me to stop?
Don't you dare.
Their sadness overwhelmed them and drew them on to ever more dangerous feats, as their work became the only place they could escape the inescapable tragedy of their lives. And so, it was decided to perform the most dangerous feat ever known to man. It is called, said the husband, announcing the event to the world's press, who had gathered to listen with bated breath.
The burning woman hurling through the air with dynamite in her hair over sharks and spiky objects caught by the man locked in the cage, and it is the most dangerous feat ever known to man.
It is our destiny, said the wife, smiling sadly and slipping her hand into his. It is where the loneliness of life has led us.
Well, what happened?
I don't know. Not yet, anyway.
Isn't there more? Just a little bit more. I suppose your mother must be waiting for you. Where is she, by the way? I'd love to meet her.
Oh, goodbye, Mrs. Phelps.
Goodbye, after your first day of school.
My mommy says I'm a miracle. My daddy says I'm his special little guy. I am a princess. I am a prince. Mom says I'm an angel. Mom says I'm an angel. Mom says I'm an angel. So you think you're able to survive this mess by being a prince or a princess? You will soon see there's no escaping tragedy.
be the teacher's pets. Ah!
School is really fun, according to my mom. Dad said I learned the alphabet.
The alphabet? Oh, you've got to learn to listen, kid.
And so you think you're able to survive this mess by being a prince or a princess? You will soon see there's no escaping tragedy. And even if you put in heaps of effort, you're just wasting energy. 'Cause your life as you know it is ancient history. I have suffered in this jail. I've been trapped inside this cage for ages. This living hell. But if I try, I can remember back before my life had ended. For when happy days were over. Before I first heard the pealing of the bell. And you're always curious. So here's as I asked 1,000 questions. But unless you want to, sometimes this happen, I will teach you. I think it's true. You listen here, my dear, you'll be punished severely if you step out of line, and if you cry, you'll be double. You stay out of trouble, and remember to be extremely careful. Why? Just you wait for his end. Just you wait for his A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X. Why? Just you wait for his end.
Good morning, children, and welcome. My name is Miss Honey, and today is a very special day. Your first day at school. Now, do any of you know your 2 times tables? Wonderful. Matilda, isn't it? Please stand up and do as much as you can.
1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 2 is 8. 5 times 2 is 10. 6 times 2 is 12. 7 times 2 is 14. 8 times 2 is 16. 9 times 2 is 18. 10 times 2 is 20. 11 times 2 is 22. 12 times 2 is 24.
Oh my word, that's very...
26. 14 times 2 is 28. 15 times 2 is 30. 16 times 2 is 32. 17 times 2 is 34.
Stop. My word. How far do you think you can go?
I don't know. Quite a long way, I think.
Do you think you can tell me what 2 times 28 is?
56.
Well, yes, that's very... Now, how about this? This is much harder, so don't worry if you don't get it, but can you tell me what 2 times 487 is? If you took your time...
974.
12 sevens.
84.
All right, shh. Let's leave maths for the time being and take a look at reading. Can anyone tell me what this says? Me, I can read. Very well, Nigel. Yes, I think we better leave it there, Nigel. Don't want to burst a blood vessel on our very first day, now do we? Lavender. Is the first word tomato? No, but tomato is a very good word. Yes! Matilda.
I can now read words.
So Matilda, you can read words.
Yes. Well, I needed to learn how to read words so that I could read sentences, because basically a sentence is just a big bunch of books and of words, and if you can't read sentences, you've got no chance of books.
And Matilda, have you read a whole book by yourself?
Oh yes, more than one. I love books. Last week I read quite a few.
A few in a week? Well, that's very good. What books did you read?
Nicholas Nickleby, Oliver Twist, Jane Eyre, Task of the Tubervilles, The Lord of the Rings, Kim, The Invisible Man, The Secret Garden, Crime and Punishment, and, A Very Hungry Caterpillar. Jenny. Just knock on the door. Don't be pathetic. Knock on the door, Jenny. There's nothing to fear. You're being pathetic. It's just a door. You've seen one before. Just knock on the door. Look at you trying to hide, silly. Standing outside the principal's office like a little girl. It's just pathetic. Look at you hesitating and shaking. You should be embarrassed. You're not a little girl. It's just pathetic. Knock on the door, Jenny. What are you waiting for? Just knock on the door. Perhaps I will wait. She's probably having a meeting or something and won't want to be interrupted. If anything, caution in these situations is sensible. One should avoid confrontation when possible. I'll come back later then. But this little girl, this miracle. Knock on the door, Jenny. Just knock on the door. Don't be pathetic.
Enter. Well, don't just stand there like a wet tissue. Get on with it.
Yes, Miss Trunchbull. You see, in my class, there's a little girl named Matilda Wormwood.
Daughter of Harry Wormwood, owner of Wormwood Motors. Excellent man. Warned me about the girl, though. Says she's a real wart.
Oh, no, I don't think Matilda's that kind of child at all.
What is the school motto, Miss Honey?
Bombinatum est magitum.
Bombinatum est magitum. Children are maggots. In fact, I must have been hurt with that stink bomb under my desk this morning. I'll have her for that. Thanks for suggesting it.
No, I didn't. Matilda Wormwood is a genius.
Nonsense! Haven't I just told you that she's a gangster?
But she knows her times table.
So she's learned a few tricks.
She can read.
So can I.
Miss Trunchbull, it is in my opinion that Matilda Wormwood should be placed in the highest form with the 11-year-olds.
What? But she's a squib, a shrimp, an unhatched tadpole. We cannot just simply place her with the 11-year-olds. What kind of society would that be? What about the rules, honey? The rules.
I believe that Matilda Wormwood is an exception to the rules.
An exception to the rules? In my school? Look at my trophies, see how my trophies gleam in the sunlight, see how they shine. What do you think it took to become English hammer-throwing champion? 1969. Do you think in that moment when my big moment came that I treated the rules with casual disdain? Well, like hell! As I stepped up to the circle, did I change my plan? What? As I chalked up my palms, did I wave my hands? I did not. As I started my spin, did I look at the view? Did I drift off and dream for a minute or two? Do you think I faltered or mended my rotation? Do you think I altered my intended elevation? As the hammer took off, did I change my grunt from the grunt I had practiced for many a month? Not a jot, not a dot, did I stray from the plot? Not a detail of my throw was adjusted or forgotten. Not even when the hammer left my hands and sailed high up above the stands. Did I let myself go? No, 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 no! No. Want to throw the hammer for your country. You have to stay inside the circle all the time. And if you want to make the team, you don't need happiness or self-esteem. You just need to keep your feet inside the line. Sing, children. 2, 3, 4.
If you want to throw the hammer for your country,
Off.
you have to stay inside the circle all the time.
And if you want to teach success, you don't need happiness or tenderness. You just need to keep your feet inside the line. Sing, Jenny!
If you want to throw the hammer for your country, you have to stay inside the circle all the time.
I apply just one simple rule to hammer throwing life and school. Life's a ball, so learn to throw it. Find the belly, line and tow it. And always keep your feet inside the line. Now get out!
It is my intention to help this little girl, whether you like it or not.
Stupid, nasty, stinking, slimy, great big question asking, how dare they speak to me that way? Who the hell do they think they are? Flippin', filthy, nasty, stupid Russians!
Oh, don't tell me we're not rich.
It's the mileage. They took one look at the mileage and said these cars were knackered. I told them, I said the reason the mileage was so high was a manufacturing mistake.
Is that true?
Of course it's not true.
So you lied,
Of course I lied.
and they didn't believe you.
Of course they didn't believe me. I've got green hair.
I have hair.
And what's this? Another flaming book? What's wrong with the telly?
She's got no respect, that one. It's all books and stories.
No, it's a lovely book. Honest, you should read it. I'm sure.
Here's what I think of your lovely. Now, get off to bed, you little stinkworm.
Do we have any super glue?
Yes, in the cupboard. And while you're at it, why don't you take your stupid book and glue it to your stupid head?
Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, nothing will change. Even if you're little, you can do a lot. You mustn't let a little thing like little stomp you. If you sit around and let them get on top of you, might as well be saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right.
I've got my eye on you, boy.
I'm a girl!
Matilda, can I ask you a question? Do all those brains in your head give you a headache? I mean, it's got to hurt, all squished in there.
No, it's fine. I think they just fit.
Right, well look, I better stick around just in case. If they start to squeeze out your ears, you're going to need help. I'm Lavender, and I think it's probably for the best if we're best friends.
Hide me! Someone poured a whole can of treacle on the Trunchbull's chair. She sat down and
that's not fair. That's not fair at all.
You're done, kid. You're finished.
Agatha Trunchbull, despite you're guilty. You're squished.
Yesterday she taught Julius Watley cleaning and licorice all sorts of science. She picked him up, spun him around, and threw him out the window.
That's not true. Don't listen to them. That didn't happen. They're just trying to scare us.
Oh, Matilda, they're saying she's gonna put me in chokey.
What's chokey?
They say it's a cupboard in her office that she throws children into. They say she's lined it with nails and spikes and bits of broken glass.
There's a place you are sent if you haven't been good, and it's made of spikes and wood, and it isn't wide enough to sit, and even if you could, there are nails on the bottom, so you wish you stood. When the hinges creak and the door is closed, you cannot see squat on the end of your nose. When you scream, you don't know if the sound came out or if the scream in your head even reached your mouth.
All right, look. When did this happen?
20 minutes ago, but why? Oh no, she's coming!
Quick, you'd better hide. Blazers!
Don't tell her where I am!
Now!
Circulating spleen. Where's the maggot known as Nigel?
He's over there, under those coats. Where he's been for the past hour, actually.
What? An hour?
Oh, yes. You see, unfortunately, Nigel suffers from the rare but chronic sleep disorder, narcolepsy. The condition is characterized by the sufferer experiencing bouts of chronic fatigue and falling suddenly asleep without knowing or any warning at all. You see, he fell asleep and we put him under the coats for safety. Didn't we? Didn't we? He'll probably think he's in bed when he wakes up.
Is it time for school yet, Mom? Well, this isn't my bedroom at all. Oh, hello, Miss Trunchbull.
Amanda Thripp!
Yes, Miss Trunchbull?
What have I told you about wearing pigtails? I hate pigtails.
But my mommy likes them. She says they make me look pretty.
Well, then your mommy
Is a twin!
Look out, she's coming in the way out. Here she comes!
You! What is your name?
Matilda. Matilda Wormwood.
Ah, so you're Wormwood, are you? Might have known. Well, Wormwood, you have just made a very big mistake. Just so you all know, she's my best friend.
Brand new stock, sir. Yes, sir. Completely different car, sir. Great hair. Oh, yeah, it was, National Green Hair Day, a celebration of all the wonderful, great things in life, like lettuce and snot. Tomorrow at 1. Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. Bye-bye, sir. Those vidoodah. Yeah, those vidoodah. Now that is how you do what the? I'm gonna leave this on. Looks like rain.
Who is it? Yes, it's Miss Honey, Matilda's teacher.
A bit busy right now.
It'll only take a moment.
Oh well, come in if you must. This is Rodolfo. It's nothing like that. He's my dance partner, and we're rehearsing.
Ciao.
Parle italiano? Bene, ciao Rodolfo. Piacere? Come stai?
What? Who is this, babe? You know what interruptions do to my energy flow?
What do you want, Miss Chutney?
It's Miss Honey. Well, as you know, Matilda is in the bottom class at school, and children in the bottom class aren't really expected to be able to read, and so...
Well, stop her reading then. Lord knows we've tried.
I'm in the zone, Dahl. I can feel it in me hips. Please, don't waste this.
I'm not in favor of girls getting all clever pants, Miss Hussey. A girl should think about makeup and hair dye. Looks are more important than books. Now, look at you. Look at me. You chose books. I chose looks.
I beg your pardon?
Babes, I'm on fire here. Please.
But Matilda can calculate complicated figures in her head in an instant.
Calculate this.
Ooh, fantastico.
Her mind is incredible. I believe with a little help from us, she...
Mind. Her mind? You really don't know anything, do you? Somewhere along the way, my dear, you've made an awful error. You oughtn't blame yourself now, come along. You seem to think that people like people are clever. It's very quaint, it's very sweet, but wrong. People don't like smarty pants would go around claiming that they know stuff we don't know. Now here's a tip. What you know matters less than the volume with which what you don't know is expressed. Content has never been less important, so you have got to be
Loud, loud, loud.
Girl, you gotta learn to stand up and stick out from the
Proud,
crowd. A little less fat, a lot more hue. A little less fat, a lot more feel. A little less brains, a lot more hair. A little less head, a lot more derriere. No one's gonna tell you when to shake your tush. Well, you got a light, don't hide it under a bushel. No one's gonna look, don't stand out. No one's gonna listen if you don't shout. No one's gonna care if you don't care. So go and put some highlights in your hair. Cause you gotta highlight what you got. Even if what you got is not a lot, you gotta be loud. You gotta give yourself permission to shine. Stand up and be proud.
savvy if you don't know the rumba.
Everybody loves a little something exotic.
But learning the language is over the top.
It doesn't really matter if you don't know much.
So long as you know what the volume of.
The less you have to sell, the harder you sell. The less you have to say, the louder you yell. The dumber the act, the bigger the confession. The less you have to show, the louder you dress. You gotta get up, you gotta get up and be loud. Stop being pathetic, Jenny. Just get on your feet, Jenny. You're going to march in there and give them a piece of your mind. Leave it alone, Jenny. The more that you try, the more you just look like a fool. This is not your problem. You've not got the spine. You are a teacher. Just go back to school. But this little girl, this miracle, she seems not to know that she's special at all. And what sort of teacher would I be if I let this little girl fall? I can see this little girl needs somebody strong to fight by her side. Instead, she's found me, pathetic little me, and another door closes, and Jenny's outside.
And so the great day arrived. It was like the entire world had gathered to see the burning woman hurling through the air with dynamite in her hair over sharks and spiky objects, caught by the man locked in the cage. Everything was arranged by the acrobat's sister, a frightening woman who used to be an Olympic-class hammer thrower and who loved nothing better than to scare the children of the town. People whispered that in her dark and brooding heart, she resented her sister, both her success and her love. Suddenly, out came the escapologist, dressed as usual in his tights and spangly costume. But there was no sign of the acrobat, and no glimpse at all of her shiny white scarf. And instead, the musical fanfare, there was silence as he solemnly strode into the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
the
burning woman hurling through the air with dynamite in her hair over sharks and spiky objects, caught by the man locked in the cage,
has been canceled.
canceled.
Yes. The audience gasped so loud that a passing airplane caught it on its instrumentation and reported it as an atmospheric phenomenon.
Canceled because my wife is pregnant.
Oh, Matilda!
Absolute silence. You could have heard a fly burp. Then suddenly, the audience jumped to its feet and roared in appreciation. The great feat was instantly forgotten, and the applause went on for nearly an hour.
So it has a happy ending.
Forgotten by everyone except, that is, the acrobat's sister. When all had quieted down, she stepped forward and produced a contract.
A contract.
A contract you have signed to perform this feat, and perform this feat you shall. I have paid for the posters, the publicities, the catering, the toilet facilities. If I give the crowd their money back, where is my profit? A contract is a contract is a contract. My hands are tied. The burning woman hurtling through the air with dynamite in her hair over sharp and spiky objects, caught by the man locked in a cage, will be performed and performed this day, or off to prison you both shall go. No!
What will happen next?
I don't know. I'll tell you tomorrow.
Well, I don't think my nurse will make it till tomorrow.
Miss Phelps, are you crying? Maybe I shouldn't tell you anymore.
No, I'm not crying because it's sad. They wanted this child so much, and it must be so wonderful for a child to be so wanted.
Yes, wonderful. Goodbye, Mrs. Phelps.
Matilda, could I speak to you for a minute? I've been having trouble in getting others to see your abilities. So starting tomorrow, I shall bring in a selection of very clever books that will challenge your mind. You may sit and read them while I teach the others, and, well, if you have any questions, I shall do my best to answer them. How does that sound? Oh, Matilda, this is the biggest hug in the world. You're going to hug all the air out of me.
Matilda Wormwood. Matilda Wormwood, where is
Yes, Miss
Matilda?
Trunchbull?
Uh-huh. So you admit it, do you?
Admit what, Miss Trunchbull?
This clot, this foul carbuncle is none other than a disgusting criminal, a denizen of the underworld, a member of the mafia. This morning, you sneaked like a serpent into the kitchen and stole a piece of my private chocolate cake off my tea tray.
No, I did not.
Miss Trunchbull, Matilda has been here with me all morning.
Standing up for a little spitball, are you? Well, this crime took place before school started. Therefore, she is guilty.
Okay, fine. I'll admit, I stole the cake. And I was almost thinking about owning up to it. Maybe. But the thing is, was the cake was just so good that I scarfed it down too quickly. And now, it was beginning to fight back. See?
I'm not guilty. I didn't do anything.
You are guilty because you are a fiend. You are a crook. You are a thief. I shall crush you. I shall pound you. I shall consign you to the seventh circle of hell, child. You shall be destroyed.
burp I've ever done. The biggest burp I've ever heard. The biggest burp I've ever heard about. And then, it was as if the world went silent for that burp to exist, as it wafted across the classroom, past Lavender, past Alice, past Matilda, and then, as if it had a mind of its own, my great, big, beautiful, chocolatey burp wafted full face into the trunch bowl.
Bruce Bogtrotter.
Yes, miss?
You liked my cake, didn't you, Bruce?
Yes, Miss Trunchbull. And I'm very sorry, but...
Oh, no. As long as you enjoyed the cake. That's the main thing.
It is?
Yes, Bogtrotter, it is.
Oh, well, I did. Thank you.
Wonderful. Marvelous. That makes me so happy. It gives me a warm glow in my lower intestine. Oh, cook! What's the matter, Bogtrotter? Lost your appetite?
Yes, I'm full.
Oh no, you are not full. I will tell you when you are full, and I say that criminals like you are not full until you eat the entire cake.
But I can't eat it all.
Headmistress, he'll be sick. He should have thought about that before he made a pact with Satan and decided to steal my cake. Eat. He can't. Eat. He certainly can. Eat. Might explode. Eat.
A single slice, or even two, Bruce, might have been nice. But even you, Bruce, have to admit, between you and it, there's not a lot of difference in size. He can't.
He can't.
True, he can't.
He surely can't.
On the man, Bruce.
He might explode.
He's quite elastic.
Exploding. It stopped.
He's fantastic. Look at him now.
I can't watch.
Just not the fire, Bruce. When we suspected you had a word, Bruce. Or maybe a largest. It's like the toilets. Consider running room here inside. He can't. He can't. He surely can. He surely can. You want the man, Bruce. B-R-O-O-C-E. Bruce. Never get subject to abuse. For your Mr. Bruce. Should call a truce. Bruce. Whatever is calling you are tightening the noose. We never thought it was possible. But here it is coming true. We can't have our cake and eat it too. Time has come to put that tumbling love to use. No excuse, Bruce. Let out your mouth and think you want your trousers loose. Oh, suck it in. You're almost finished. We're finished in whatever you do. Just don't give in. No matter when. Come on, Bruce, be our hero. Cover yourself in chocolate glory.
I can't. It's too much.
Go
it's
on, Bruce.
just too
Do it.
much.
Silence!
Sorry, that's subject to abuse. For you are Mr. Bruce. Just call a truce, Bruce. Proper mind is you completely cooked your use. We never thought it was possible. But here it is coming true. We can have everything
got carried away.
Oh, that's all right, Jenny. We all get carried away sometimes. Even me. Well done, Bogtrotter. Good show. Well, come along, Bogtrotter.
What? Where?
Oh, did I not mention? That was the first part of your punishment. There's more, actually. The second part, and the second part is choking.
What? No, Miss Trunchbull, please, you can't.
Yes, Miss Trunchbull, please, you can. Did you really think I would allow myself to be defeated by these maggots? Who do you think I am? An idiot? A fool? A weakling? You?
But he did what you asked. He ate the whole thing.
No! No!
That's not right!
I would like to offer an apology for some of the things that have been going on here tonight. They are not nice things, and they are not right things, and I would like to state guarantorically that we do not want anyone watching this to go home and try these things out for themselves. I am, of course, talking about reading books. It is normal for kids to behave in this fashion. It stunts the brain, wears out the eyes, makes kids ugly, stinky, fatty, sweaty, batty, boring, gaseous. And crucially, it gives them verrucas of the mind. Under no circumstances do we condone such activities, and we do so utterly without reservoirs. May I just ask, how many people out here have ever read a book? Anybody? Come on. Oh, you. Madam, what's your name? Sophie. Well, Sophie, don't take this the wrong way, but bookworm, stupid little bookworm, reading all your books like a stupid little bookworm. You read books like a worm, worms read books, you're a swarm. Now, Sophie will learn from that. Won't stop her from reading, no, but she'll never put her hand up in a theater again. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you today the pinnacle of our achievements as a species, the very reason we bothered evolving out of unicorns in the first place.
Michael!
Yeah. Somewhere on a show I heard, now a picture tells 1,000 words. So, Telly, if you bothered to take a look, is the equivalent of, like, lots of books. All I know, I learned from Telly what to think and what to buy. Now I was pretty smart already, but now I'm really, really smart, very, very smart. Endless content, endless channels, endless chat on endless panels. All you need to fill your muffin without having to really think or nothing. Why would we waste our energy trying to work out Ulysses when we can sit comfortably on a lovely bumfleas watching people singing and talking and doing stuff? All I know, I learned from Telly. Telly, the smart of the man. You can tell from my big Telly just how clever of a fella I am. Take it away, son. You can't learn that from a stupid book. All I know I learned from telly. What's a thing and what's a buy? Now I was pretty smart already, but now I'm really, really smart. Very, very smart. Endless content, endless channels, endless chat on endless panels. All you need to feel you're nothing without having to really think on nothing. Why would we waste our energy trying to work out Ulysses when we can sit comfortably on a lovely bump, please, watching slightly famous people talking?